thankfully, black people in this country in the last 50 years have stuck to other forms than physical violence. By and large, black folks have not used physical violence to gain their dignity and equality. Thank God. You know, a guy comes on the radio and calls a black woman a nappy-headed hoe. And thank God they went to brand violence and economy violence. Because, you know, in this country 50 years ago, if a black man made something mark about a white woman, he wouldn't have gone brand violence, would he? And thank God black people don't use the language that they've been taught back on white people. Now, yes, there have been black vigilante cases, etc. Sure there have. But I'm telling you what if that man said that thing on that radio, nappy-headed hoes, and couldn't sit in a restaurant for fear for his life? Think of that, you're out in New York and somebody's waiting outside. And see, you say something wrong to a white woman 50 years ago, they come to your house, they snatch you out the front door, and last time you saw that kid was the last time you saw that kid. What if our imports fully learned our methods? Man, don't talk like that, Pastor. I'm not encouraging violence to anybody. I deplore violence. Let me say this, please, I'm not talking about violence, but let me ask Clear Channel this. Clear Channel, let me ask you this question. If I were to go the violent route, is there a particular station that you wouldn't want me to listen to for inspiration?
Come on.
Is there a particular race of an artist you wouldn't want me to draw my inspiration? If I was going to put together a plan out of your 5 stations, which station would I not? Because one station tell me to go by them goon rules. You know what the goon rules are, right? You can't beat them, then you pop them. You can't ban them, then you drop them, right? That's what the goon rules are. That's what the goon rules are. Seconds, minutes, hours to the almighty dollar, and the almighty power of the chopper. I mean, that's what now, I don't get that off Taylor Swift. I didn't get that off Fun. I didn't get that off of 97.9. I didn't get that on 99.1. I didn't get it off of 101.5. But there is a station I could find inspiration on. If I just acted out what you put out for black youth, how happy would you be if that was my approach? And you know, the truth of the matter is, in our history, we don't have a lot of pictures of black people assaulting white people in the struggle for equality. We don't have it. Matter of fact, in the Rodney King riots, we watched on horror as they snatched Richard Denny out of his truck and smashed a brick into this white man's head live on television. And here, it's horrible. It's terrorism. I'm coming at the symbol, right? But why were we shocked? Because we never saw that before. Now, we've looked at Los Angeles and saw black people killing each other all day long. That is common on TV. But a black man being aggressive towards a white man just indiscriminately, we'd like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. But yet our National Archives are full of white men beating, hitting. How many pictures do we have of a German Shepherd open mouth this close to a black? We're riddled with that type of, that's the lesson we've taught. And then when somebody just gets snatched up and beat because of the color of his skin, we're like, oh, how dare they speak our own language back to us? And you know what? Can you blame? Say, no, black people they're wild by nature. Just look at Nigeria, they're killing each other over all the time. Yeah, and who was in Nigeria controlling it for the past 100 or so years? Nigeria's been free from British rule shorter than we have. Only 50 years since the white people picked up the stakes and left a divided, self-hated, trying to emerge and renew its mind people. There's only 2 theories. There's something wrong with blacks, or there's something wrong with the nation. Something wrong with blacks, point fingers. Something wrong with the nation, roll up your sleeves and get busy. And I'm telling you, in our generation, we can change. That when my granddaughter looks up U.S. prison, we can change the picture of it. U.S. poverty, we can change the picture of it. But we can't talk about what we want to do if we don't change what we can change. And what we can change by tomorrow is not putting blacks out on the radio as the soul killers, drug dealers, women. We can change it by tomorrow. We can change it by tomorrow.